You can start by repairing, but you can start preparing your standing by first removing the three strand. Oh my gosh, come on. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. We are now starting the trial session. So today's June 21st. Funny thing is, right now is actually June 18th. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean? No, I heard his successor this time. Successor? Yo, I can't wait to see him. He's probably like old and wrinkly, you know what I'm saying? Like kinda like Von Karma. Manfred Von Karma, he was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, also he could win. He was a man obsessed with the word perfection. I actually don't know what happened to Von Karma. Did he go to jail? Did he die? I'm not sure. He got shot, right? In his shoulder? Maybe that infection got to him and he's finally dead. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now, his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. Look at him! Look at him! Tell me he doesn't look like some vampire. Come on. Burn him at the stake. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Early! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Such a liar. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yup. I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't. Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man. Early, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that? He's some very edgy kid. Apparently he's my friend. He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. I thought he was right behind me. I still remember him as if I had just seen him only yesterday. Look at these kids playing in the trial room. Every trial was a scorching, fierce battle until the very end. I keep saying trial room. It's the courtroom. It was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life. Maya, please don't mention the name again. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. He's not dead. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Shh. Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now is not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Come on, let's get this courtroom session going. Oh man, it's gonna be a long one, I can already tell. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Oh, what? Yeah, I was expecting a dude. What is with this girl? Mr. Wright, are you finally prepared? Huh? Yeah, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Oh my gosh, bro. What kind of voice? What kind of voice should I prepare for this woman? Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ah, she came from Germany, but I don't know any German accent, bro. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on. So this kid is the famed prosecutor von Karma? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. You're gonna have to forgive me for this one, because I need to look up some German accents by the next episode. I love how her name doesn't fit in the name box. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Hold on. I need to figure out some German accents. German accents. Ads. Why?
Hey babe, it's Trixie.
Okay.
Oh no. Now after days of practicing, ask Eric.
It's not bad. Like, listen to her accent. It's not even that strong.
While taking a shower, I finally feel ready to do this video.
Damn, she's pretty.
Der hat mit Dreck am Stege als Ho am Grend. A Gsunder hat 1000 Winch. A Conger plus
I can't speak like that? Okay, whatever. I can't speak like that. It's too fast. Revenge. Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it is something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can. What was that? I'm talking. I feel like English. That was an English. She has a weapon. She has a weapon. She has a weapon. How are you gonna allow her in the courtroom with a weapon? If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please, speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Oh, yow! Oh, make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sorry, guys, I can't get the accent. Prosecutor von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of himself. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Oh, I get that one. What was that? How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Father like daughter, I suppose. Yo, this game is whack. This game is whack. She has a weapon. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Yeah. Get to the point already. And explain to the court the details of the murder. Yes, sir. If everyone would look at this map, please. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? The look of disbelief on the judge's face is... Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, Gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, and that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. Our evidence is like a bunch of papers and amalgama. What is this, man? So, how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. Okay, here we go. Okay. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from the point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. I'm getting gumshoes and the judge's voice kind of like mixed in. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying. The court accepts it into evidence, Mr. Wright. You may question the witness. Okay. Cause of death. What was her name again? Francesca? Francisca? Okay. The cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. I don't... hold on. Where is my... present? Okay, there you go. Autopsy. I just want to see. Stabbed in the chest. He was shot in the forehead at point blank. Okay. So he survived the stabbing? The shot was fired from point blank range. But before the victim was shot, he was stabbed. Okay, that's fine. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. Okay. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. I don't feel like there's anything wrong. Let's go with this one though. Let's press that one. Stabbed. And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, Maya Faye's fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? This does not look good. Ha ha ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Yo, she's having fun. She's having fun while we're trying to decipher this guy's stupid testimony. Press that one. Direct cause of death. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim. Now, why would he have? That's the first time I heard her voice. Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints. There were fingerprints. Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Faye's, were also on the grip, sir. So the weapon... So she was dual wielding. She had a knife and she had a gun. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. I walked right into her hands there. The shot was fired from point blank range. How do you know that? Point blank, huh? So about how far away was it? It was anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright? I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. I like what she does. That's awesome. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. It was, yeah, it's like the muzzle, right? Yeah. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire. And that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Just don't get shot in the head. The wound was very severe. Let's press that one. How severe was the wound? Don't say very. If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. His testimony makes Maya looks like she had stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. This is my last press. Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot? Yep, sure as sure can be, pal. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of the other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix, right? What a pain. That's enough. We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. Yes, I needed to take a look at it. It was shot twice, right? Remember, guys? You heard 2 gunshots, but only 1 bullet hole right here. Okay. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And the 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them? This does seem like an open and shut case. Okay, stop doing that. Like, just act naturally. And this is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? This is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix, right? You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. Yo, hold up, Judge. Hold up, this episode's not done yet. This is a huge decision. I'd better think this through all the way. Plead not guilty. They say if you plead justified self-defense, you pretty much surrendered. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to a murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be destroyed, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Yes, sir, we can. Your Honor. Have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Ah! Yo, chill. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright, detective? Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Stop hiding things from me, Gumshoe. Come on, man. Are we in the same team or what? Sorry, pal, but there's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the scene or the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. Hold up! I see a bullet hole in the sleeve. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Oh, okay, I'm about to roast you in a couple of seconds. So, this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood in this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Maya's costume. Okay. Alright, Mr. Right. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could the situation get any worse? Huh? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Alright. She's an interesting character, but like, we'll see. Okay. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was now fighting back. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he wasn't? We could find no evidence that the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically. We're in trouble right now. If only I had something to prove that the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. I have to somehow find a critical contradiction and then I'll have her. How do I know he fight back? Like, how could I do that? How can I say he fought back? So the pistol, two shots. Oh wait, what? Bears Maya's and Grace's fingerprints. But this, yeah. How can I do that? This guy got shot in the head. And the first shot, I'm guessing, or one of the shots, missed. Okay. Maya's costume. Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? Okay, I'm just gonna press every single one. Every single one. There's blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. So there is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. Were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Time to move on. Yes, Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Really? Now even the judge is on her side. Oh? I think my controller just died. Alright. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Press further. My controller's acting up. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be a clue somewhere in this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Right, Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it. See, he's dropping hints too. Looks like my time is up. So about the costume. There's one little thing. Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you're talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. And the problem I have with this piece of evidence is right here. I'm gonna be damned if this is not the right thing. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? What? There's a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. The gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder. It looks like I've found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that there must be a bullet hole. So they put her hand over the victim and shot? Or the bullet just went through her sleeve? Hold on, man. Hold on. Order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. While I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police, what Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... Are you daft? Yo, judge, listen to what you're saying right now. First of all, how is there a bullet hole in the guy's head and a bullet hole through his sleeve? Huh? How does that even work? The bullet curved through her sleeves and hit him in the head? Like, what? Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Continue. Yes, sir. Okay. The defendant attacked and killed the person. Oh, that's it. We reached the end of it. Oh my goodness. You really gonna do me in like this? Oh my gosh. Touch the check button to see more details. Hold on. Murder. Anything else? Orphe! Mimi Miney. Lot of heart. Bear. We got. She's 18? Francesca? She's 18. Dude, she looks like 20, 25, or 35 or something. Age in this game is just a variable that no one cares about. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kinda scary. It's kinda scary today, you know, pal? Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. This isn't your court. Not anymore. That girl's pushing you around. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that. Dude, I'm running out of... Von Karma. Covered in blood, the defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yo, my controller's acting up. Okay. What can I do? Can I present this? Because we stopped talking about the costume that had a hole in it. So I was wondering, like, what's up? What happened, guys? Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who was, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is this bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? Exactly. You're right. It would seem that way. If the victim tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. What is with that? Are you finished yet, laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma. It seems that my Faye was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. Kind of. Yeah, kind of. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Why, that's right. But she's not guilty. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No! Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. Yo, she's bullying my man Gumshoe. Why? During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up and on the opening, took the victim's gun and ended it. All of that. They both have the fingerprints on the gun, so I can't say anything about that. The scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright. Just by listening, it does make sense. However, I won't give up this easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. What can we do? What can we say? Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back. I mean, he was stabbed first. This statement wouldn't work if he was shot at first. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Hold on, were they close? I mean, they were kind of close. It doesn't... I don't have a picture of them. Wait, I do. Kind of. Nope, I do not. So, yeah, 2 shots fired. So, they shot one, missed. Gumshoe, you crafted a pretty good statement. Maya has never fired a gun before in her life. But, Phoenix, you don't need training to put a gun close to someone's head and shoot it. Like you won't miss. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it by pulling the trigger. Even me, I wonder. Now, do you understand? Avon Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. Let's do this one. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such a flimsy reasoning? Mr. Phoenix, right? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the crane channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build... How do you know that? How do you know that? With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the crane channeling technique. What the heck? Like I said before, I am perfect. Controller, please. About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with this testimony. Why would the cable be busted? Like, everything else could be busted but the cable. Everything's just falling apart. I'm gonna press on this one. So, he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. But if you think about the blood loss, it was pretty bad. How bad would you say it was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day. And afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Sorry. Okay, while the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looked like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? He was being attacked, or he was being followed by somebody? I remember he said he wanted to take revenge. Or, oh no, not revenge. He wanted to ask the nurse to ask for forgiveness. Or he wanted her to say, I'm sorry. Okay, did I press this already? This one. So you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Yo, I don't know what to say. What do I want to say? When can I present the folding screen? I wonder. Let's give it a try. Yeah, they show that you're gonna get hurt. Yeah, I'm gonna get hurt. I got hurt. Oh my gosh. I don't know what to do. Now that's funny because Maya came in that room without a weapon. So I don't know. I just kind of want to present now because. Oh my gosh, dude. Wait. He missed. And then apparently here it says that Maya managed to pick up the gun? Took the gun and ended it. How is that possible? Is she that strong? The knife? The pistol? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is a tough one. Oh my god. Alright, we're losing health really quickly. So we need to somehow figure out what's happening here. Can I see that? Nope. I've already pressed every single statement he had. Like every single line. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chest. I swear I did that. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. She shot him in the head. Right? The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Wait. Too close. Hold up. So if he was too close to her and he shot the dress, there should be... Hold up. There should be muzzle burn or muzzle flash or whatever. But there isn't. Oh my... Bro, that took forever. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Oh my god, that took me forever. And my control... Guys, ignore the beeps. My controller just keeps on unplugging and plugging itself back, but I'm not touching it. What do you mean? There's no muzzle burn. This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Dude, thank god I remembered that. But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. Oh my goodness. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. The bullet went through the sleeve from afar. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? Can't, because she needs to reach his head. She needs to reach his head to shoot him in the head, right? Remember? As if that was even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. the victim would not have the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. I almost said the dictator. This case has got my mind twisted. There, that should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. It doesn't make sense. There is a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. She needed to have super long arms to reach his head, basically, and headshot him. Very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. I probably will have to show the autopsy report. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. Did I? Uh-oh. Take a look at this! Why are you showing this to me, pal? Prosecutor Von Karma's explanation in this piece of evidence. Do not contradict. Was I right? Was I wrong? Oh, I got it wrong. Oh, dude, I was so serious. I thought I got it. Okay, let me see this again. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. So, okay. I'm trying to see the scenario. She stabbed him, and the guy drew his pistol, shot and missed. Shot and missed, hit her sleeve. Okay. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. How? It doesn't make sense. So she stabs him first and then pushes him away? Bro, what? Bro, what? Am I gonna get injured by just presenting random things? We'll see. I'll present the pistol. Nope, that wasn't it. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. But the final blow is a headshot, right? How could she get the gun? What? What? Maybe the blood on her costume means that she was close? Oh my god, bro. I don't know. Okay, let me read this one more time. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. About 8 inches off the ground is a small hole that looks like a bullet hole. How is that supposed to help me? I don't think the folding screen is supposed to help me here. Maybe I already presented the autopsy. I presented the gun. I presented the shirt. Crap, you know what? Maybe the folding screen will help me. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. Can't be the knife. Damage was done already. It's a folding screen. These are useless to me. These 7 useless right now. If I'm wrong, oh, this is right. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Ah! It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. Okay. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground. Which means, when the shot was fired, Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Oh, I wasn't thinking that. Because I was thinking like maybe she was standing, the bullet went through her sleeve, right? Went through her sleeve, and the trajectory kind of just hit the screen like that. Why do they assume that the bullet went horizontally straight like this? Why not diagonal, right? Doesn't make sense. Controller, stop! Stop! Order, order. This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. He was there. And the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. She was right here. Right? Oh my god, please. Uh-oh. The judge's face is scrunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. I got it wrong? This has to be one of the toughest, cases yet, bro. It's weird. It feels weird. I don't know if it's me or it's just worded wrong. Or not wrong, but weird. It's weirded. It's worded weirdly. So what? She was right here? She was squatting. Where would she be? Here? She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? It can't, because that means the bullet would curve. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you! I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything, boss. Big boss. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at this time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the blast radius of a disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile. Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? How is it all my fault? You can start by repairing your standing by first removing the strand. Oh my gosh, come on. You can start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later. It's not 3, it looks like 4 to me. Punishment. Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lada. Very well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Alright guys, I gotta take a break as well because my controller is not cooperating, making this video kind of tough to make. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Till then, bye bye. Controller, why?